My car is messier than I'd like it. Woo! Yes, it is. Have too many cups in here because I've been drinking too much beer. I haven't really been drinking beer at all, but it rhymed with here. Do 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 do. Hello, Alfredo. Hello, Chip. Hello, Julie Flanagan. Do you guys know what song I was mixing? Do you know what song I was mixing? I was singing it yesterday, and I was singing it in the last straightaway as I hurtled my car to my Starbucks to try and make it in time. Yes, I did. It was Leona Lewis, Bleeding Love. It's a good song. Heard it in Starbucks yesterday afternoon and had a hard time getting it out of my head the last couple days. Been listening to a lot of gospel Christian music lately. And I believe that music is really good for your mood and for your endorphins and for all sorts of things. Makes you feel better. And I can feel it in myself how it does. So anyway, I'm going to take a sip of water. It's good to take a deep breath and a sigh. I'm going to take one more and then I'm going to get started. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. It's January 30th. It's 5:47 a.m. Happy Thursday. This is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me, kind of sharing some experiences, sharing the journey that is life. By the way, I noticed up there, we've already got 5 thumbs up. I so appreciate the 5 thumbs up because I think that tells YouTube to push this live video out to more people. So if anybody's watching, and I'll hit you up again because we only got 14 people on right now. Not that I don't love all 14 of you, because I do, 17. But later in the show, we might get 30 or 40 or 50 or 100 people on. And I'm going to be begging for the thumbs up. So get used to it. So anyway, again, it's a show I've been doing for coming up on 6 years. It'll be 6 years in June. Changed platforms so many times. I've tried them all. I think you learn by doing. I think I'm becoming an expert in live video. I mean, if not me, then who? If not me, then who? Who has spent more time in front of live video than me? Not many. I mean, sure, there's probably somebody. There's probably somebody, but not a lot of people. I mean, I'm in the top 1% of people that have been in front of a live camera. I gotta be. You think? 2 hours a day. It's almost a problem. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, this is not, look at this. My cup, my mug, my beautiful purple Yeti has been stickered to death. It doesn't even have the nice feeling anymore. Which is today's sticker. I only want to keep one on. Don't think they're going to give me a refill anyway. It's somewhat disappointing. Set up my computer, and I have my computer. This is Coffee with Ken logo on the table. And I have a little red apple right next to it because I want them to know that I'm still here even though I'm out in the car drinking my coffee. My manager friend's not working today, so I might not get the benefits of being hooked up with this Starbucks. They might want to charge me again when I go in and get a refill. I guess that'll be okay. Is it super cold, Lauren? No, it's not. It is 25 degrees, which is fairly comfortable for January here in the Chicagoland area. I mean, not comfortable, but it's, I don't know. We had some really cold weather early December, and again 2 or 3 weeks ago where it was below 0, and that's unpleasant. But if it's in the 20s or whatever, it's not really a problem. Doesn't seem like the problem at all. I wish we had a little more snow this year, but we don't. But anyway, as I was saying, it's not just a show about me talking. It is a show. It's going to really distract me. I mean, do we need 3 on here? I mean, and if I peel it off right now, is it going to be more trouble than it's worth? Is it going to be one of those that I got to keep working at? No, it's going to peel clean. You know what I mean, though? Where I would have been going scratching at it all show. You don't want to be scratching at your cup all show. But I will leave one on. See if that can skate me in to the free refills. I doubt it, though. So anyway, it's a show about me sharing my love of coffee. Good morning, Bernice. How are you? And with that in mind, I got a nice hot Yeti, purple Yeti of coffee this morning. And I am excited to take my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Almost did the show from home today. Hello, Motive Hub. Hello, boss. Hello, the power of thoughts. I appreciate the power of thoughts. I wonder if I had a name like that, the power of thoughts. How many subscribers do you have, the power of thoughts? People, you do any research on creating content, everybody says you need a niche. And I don't have one. I'm just a guy drinking coffee and talking about anything. Yeah, they certainly can make or break you, but I'm wondering how many subscribers you have, given that your name is, you have a title to your name, like The Power of Thoughts, versus Coffee with Ken. Coffee with Ken's kind of a name. Lauren, what's my typical coffee order? This is just a cream with, a Pike Place, the regular cream with cinnamon in it. So nothing too fancy. At what age did I start losing my hair? I'd say early mid-20s. Only in the 500s. Haven't been able to work on the channel. Okay. So the magic of the name, because you have a cool name, doesn't miraculously give you huge subscribers. But I mean, 500 is pretty good. Do I mix my coffee with liquor? No, I don't. David G says it's so early. What do you mean? We're 8 minutes into the show, David G. Where have you been? Colton Earhart, hello. Username, we talked about this yesterday. Username. No pumpkin spice. No, they don't have pumpkin spice flavoring at this time of year, unfortunately, but it's sure good. Do I know where Iran is, bruh? I love when people call me bro or dude or friend. I mean, I know where Iran is. I haven't been there. I could find it on a map pretty quickly, though. Was my hair loss caused by stress? I mean, I had a stressful job, and I lost my hair. Have you tried their new pistachio flavor? I have. It's not that particularly interesting. When they ran out of pumpkin spice, they were turning it over to the pistachio flavor. And I said, well, give me some of that instead. I haven't gone back. I have not gone back. Colton says they watch me live all the time. Well, let's talk about that for a little bit. I did a live yesterday. I did an interview. I interviewed a local politician who's running for city council. Did it at her home. She got me some coffee. I was nervous. I was kind of nervous for the previous week, to be honest with you. Yeah, no, I was thinking about it because when I do this, the only people I can disappoint are you and me. And most of you, I don't really know. And I'm disappointed all the time in things I do. So I'm used to that. But I had a politician who I respect that I was going to be interviewing. And a nice woman, talented, go-getter, hard worker, running for city council. I think she's going to cakewalk into the office because she's a name that's known in town. And But anyway, I was nervous about it because I didn't want to let her down. I wanted it to be good. And I wanted it to go smoothly. And I know she's half of it, but I know she's a good talker too. So I wanted to ask the right questions, keep the right tempo, run the right length, have it go smoothly, have the volume okay on the phone and the video good and everything go well. Well, thank you, Colton. And it did. I think it went better than I could have hoped. And I haven't even watched it all, but I sent her the link from YouTube yesterday, and she loved it. And even cooler, her husband loved it. Her husband loved it. And she said, you know, he doesn't share much of my stuff on LinkedIn, but he's going to put it on LinkedIn. And he's asking if I have a LinkedIn profile. And I don't, because I was a realtor forever. And I had a real estate email address that was associated with my LinkedIn file. And they were sending my email address some sort of password update or something that I couldn't access because I didn't have the email address anymore. So my LinkedIn profile, it's probably still out there, but I can't access it. You maybe can. So if you guys are sending me messages saying, Ken, I've got a $10 million a year job for you, and I'm not responding via LinkedIn, it's not because I don't want the $10 million a year job. It's because I can't access it. So what I'm going to do today, when I'm done with this show, or maybe after I drop off my kids back at their mama's house this afternoon, is create a new LinkedIn profile, I think. Because this guy seems like a successful guy. He was so enthused and so loved the interview I'd done with his successful wife that he wanted to look me up on LinkedIn and various things. I don't know. I've never really used it as a social media platform that much. I mean, maybe it's too professional and stuffy for me. Maybe I can bring my casual self to it. But I think you could I'll say this. I think I've been looking for jobs for a few months. I was a realtor 17 years. I went through a painful and public divorce that helped me out the door of real estate. And I left the real estate business 2 years ago, I think now. And in your mid 50s, twice divorced, a lot of expenses, it's starting a new career and not knowing what you want to do when you grow up is daunting. And it hasn't been easy for me at all. And I worked at Target, and I've worked as a waiter, and I've worked in Yellowstone, and I've kind of been bouncing around. And sometimes it feels like I couldn't get a job washing dishes. And I almost sort of understand it, because when I go in and meet the manager and I'm looking to wash dishes, let's say, and this is just hypothetical, I have washed dishes before, but I've never actually applied to a dishwashing job recently. It was one of my first jobs. It was hell. But either way, if I went in and I talked to a kitchen manager and they see, okay, tall guy, bright smile, good handshake, looks me in the eye, college degree, is he going to really want to wash dishes, or is he going to be more of a pain in the butt than he's worth? And it doesn't just go for dishwashing. I think it goes for a lot of jobs I'm applying for that might be, I don't know, less than my experience might indicate I could qualify for. And they go, hey, I don't know if I could manage that dude. He's got a big ego. He's got experience. He's old. Got a cool radio voice. He's got a Coffee with Ken talk show. Hey, Dennis, thank you so much, Heavy D, for sending me the money. Wow, you sent me $9.99, and Colton sent me $1.99. That's super cool. Colton, you asked when my next live will be. I know I'll be going live tonight at 6 o'clock, and I might be going live before then, but I'm not sure. I go live every morning at 5:45 and again at 6 o'clock. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the gifts. I should look into management positions in healthcare. I'd be great at leading a team. I think I would be great at leading a team, Lauren. But I have no healthcare back. And this is going to sound like excuses, but my resume doesn't show that. You know what I mean? My resume doesn't show that. And I've got no healthcare experience and only kind of sort of management experience through real estate and through some other jobs I've done. Good morning, Jack Taylor. Well, thanks, Colton. So yeah, my resume doesn't show it. And what did I do before real estate? I was a stockbroker for 10 years, hard selling, cold calling, stuff I didn't want to do. Honestly, what I think I should be doing is this, and talking live and building an audience and making a difference. But I have bills to pay, so I stress about it every day because I'm not making enough to cover my bills, which is a stressful situation, as you can imagine. And I did an interview yesterday, and it was funny because this politician, her name's Jenny. I don't know why I call her this politician. I've been keeping her anonymous, but I guess why would she want to be anonymous? She did a live interview with me yesterday on this channel. So her name's Jenny Bruson Taylor. Really nice, really impressive young woman. I hate to say young. I don't mean to be condescending sounding, but she's younger than me. So, but anyway, really impressive woman. And we had a great interview, and I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, she did an interview with the local TV station in the previous few days. I haven't seen it, but I'll bet you the interview she did with me in her kitchen is far better. Just a hunch. I think I have a natural casualness that makes the people I'm talking to comfortable, or a friendliness, or a willingness to make it go smoothly, or a hope or an optimism that made her at ease and made, I didn't try and sound smart, or I didn't try to trip her up, or I didn't try to. And I'm also a voter in Naperville. I think I have a good feel for what the people want to know about a politician. We don't necessarily need to know every issue they ever voted for or how they feel about everything, but a lot of times I think it's more important to know the person as a person and as a human and as a mom, as a woman that fights traffic in Naperville and looks for parking and takes her kids to school and cares and loves about the town as much as I do and we do. And I think I portrayed her in that sense, but in a very professional sense as well. Or she portrayed herself. She did the hard work. I just sat there and smiled as she talked very eloquently. And I'd go, yes, tell me more. Then she'd go on for another 10 minutes. I'd do that like twice. And the show was over. Where am I from? My name is Anjika. I am from Naperville, Illinois, which is just outside of Chicago. So that's where I'm from. I'm actually grew up in Downers Grove, which isn't too far. But anyway, I think the interview went great. I think during the night, you have to upload it or download it or whatever from YouTube, get it ready take it out of the link that is the YouTube link, if this makes sense, and put it into video format. And it comes in like an MP4 or MP3 or whatever that is. I'm not that tech savvy. But I know some things, and I know how to go live with you on every social media platform because I've done it. Anyway, so during the night, it got finally ready to be downloaded, and I woke up at 1 o'clock and it was there, and I go, hey, got out my laptop, downloaded it to the laptop, sent it to Jennifer, and because she's going to put it on her social media. And I spread it all over Facebook and all over the Naperville social media, which is a pretty robust community of interested people. And I will bet you that video gets seen a whole hell of a lot of times today. And that kind of feels cool because it went well. Hello, Barry Stevens. How are you? Got to take another sip of coffee. But my long-winded point, and Lauren said I should look for healthcare management, healthcare jobs. And this is going to sound weak and going to sound like an excuse, and maybe it is a weak excuse. But, well, first of all, I love what I'm doing here. I'm just not making enough money at it. But secondly, I think in my situation, the job almost has to find me. Because if I go chasing a healthcare management job, they're going to look at my resume, and this again might be an excuse, and go, never worked in healthcare. He's had a bloody nose once, and he's done a little bit of management. But if I'm a CEO of some healthcare company and I see that interview yesterday and go, wow, this guy's really well spoken and has a good voice and carries himself well on the camera, I'd like him doing this, this, and this at my company. And they come for me, I think my opportunity is going to be infinitely greater. And I've felt it. I've applied for jobs of all sorts. And again, I don't think I could get a job washing dishes right now. I really don't. I really don't. I tell you what. I think we all have preconceived ideas of who we're going to hire should look like. I mean, it's a little untrue, because I'll go on a little tangent. I was out in Yellowstone this year working as a waiter at a restaurant in Mammoth Hot Springs, and they hired people from all over the world to work there. It was kind of neat. We'd have international people working there. And we, for a while, had the most gorgeous looking group of dishwashers in the history of the dishwashing business. It looked like an Eastern European model calendar. I mean, they weren't wearing bikinis or anything, but they were beautiful Eastern European women, and they were washing dishes. Every time there'd be a new one, I go, wow. I mean, you're not what I expected to be the dishwasher. I'm not kidding about that. Yes, I am bald. What do you do, bro? Washing dishes is a good job. I mean, it's a job for sure. It's probably one I couldn't get hired for. It's not a great job. I mean, I've done it. It's hard work. It's work. Not trying to demean it. But I will tell you what, every night when I worked at James Tavern as a kid, and they closed, and every pot and pan and plate and glass in the whole restaurant came crashing in on me, it was like, I don't know, being in an avalanche of dirty dishes. So, let me have a little more coffee. Hey, we got a real nice audience today. We got 82 people following. We've got an outside chance of cracking through 5,100 subscribers today. Cracking through 5,100 subscribers today. And what would help me do that is some of you 82 who haven't subscribed to my page would subscribe. Because I think long term, I'm going to end up with a diamond plaque above my shoulder on my wall. And it's going to say 1 million subscribers on it. I'm going to think that's pretty cool. And all this thought and all this stress and all this worry about day-to-day bills, which are real concerns, will be in the rearview mirror along with some other things that are in my rearview mirror. What is my name? My name is Ken Tracy. Squirrel said, what's up, man? I subbed and I seem cool. Well, thank you. Moderator told me not to tell them what to do. Julie says, I'm on my way to 1 million. I am on my way to 1 million. Look at this, 78 people tuning in on a Thursday morning at 6:10, drinking coffee. Somebody voted dislike. Here's to them. Well, moderator, how about you get off my show? They'll sub when the content is worthy. Go. I don't want you here. You can go nicely. Or I can have my two. Well, there they go. There they go. We're now touching on kind of racial stuff. What is this live stream, said Spencer. What time do I wake up? I woke up at just about 5 o'clock this morning. I usually set the alarm for 5:10, and forgot to set it last night. I forgot to pre-program my scheduled lives today, which felt a little out of sorts. I got a scheduler and I've been writing down my schedule and going live at the same time every day. I think it's tiring. I think it's tiring when I get home at night and it's only like 6. I mean, okay, well, I did my live show right here last night, but I get home at like 7 and I'm pretty drained. You know, I talked on a live video for 3 hours yesterday, and I was driving around and editing and working out and just kind of doing life. And I don't know, need sleep. I think having again, I've never been a 9-to-5 guy, really, but I do think there's times in life where that would be a lot easier than having to create your own schedule. And sometimes waking up in the morning, even when you know what you're going to do, even on a day like today when I'm going to be picking up my kids in 2 hours and hanging out with them all morning and kind of know exactly what I'm going to do today. I think sometimes it's nice to be told what to do. Do these dishes, make these phone calls, knock on these doors. Yes, boss. Because you can kind of shut it off. You can kind of shut it off. Uh, 7:12 p.m. in Bangkok. One night in Bangkok when I don't know the words, but I remember that line from that song. Why don't I do armed security? I mean, that's a good question right there. Yes, I do like fishing. I do like fishing. So what else do I have for you today? What else do I have for you today? It's interesting. I'm watching a guy run by. He's got a little flashlight in his hand. Not going particularly fast, but he's going faster than I am. I used to run. Running's kind of a tough sport, especially as you get older or you get out of shape. Used to seem so easy to me. You know, we'd get a little warmed up and we could start just flying. You'd barely feel your feet touching the ground. And you could go fast. Good morning, Alexandra. How are you? Draconian methods, I'm not sure I believe what you're saying. Good morning, Alex. This is a fun stream, squirrels. This is a fun stream. We have fun every day. Lauren asked, do I go to Starbucks when they first open? Am I their first customer of the day? Well, I think this one opens at 5:30, and I strolled in at about 5:40. I don't see any customers inside, but they have a drive-up, so I'm guessing they have some drive-ups happen. I have been the first customer of the day many times, but it's not by plan. Again, I go live at 5:45, and honestly, the reason I go live at 5:45 is because Starbucks opens at 5:30. So I guess it's almost part of the plan. So I wake up, I usually set the alarm, although I didn't today, at 5:10, and kind of lay there and go, crud. I haven't been as purposeful as gratitude lately, but I still found myself thanking God for several things this morning. And just when I put my feet on the floor saying, thank you, God, and getting going. So maybe I have been as purposeful. Maybe I have been as purposeful. What coffee do I have? I have coffee with cream and cinnamon. Boop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, love, try and send this super chat. Can't convert from Australia to something. Next week, can I sort it out after that? I don't know what you're saying. I do not know what you're saying. My 20-something second cousin has 6.3 million subscribers. I asked her when she reached 1 million, and she said it took 3 years. She is worth lots of money now. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if she has 6.3 million subscribers that she's worth a lot of money, because with 6.3 million subscribers, you'd have a lot of, you could do all sorts of things. You could do all sorts of things. I mean, just think, that's a real audience. I mean, that's a real audience. I don't know. What does the Super Bowl get? 80 million or something viewers. And I'm making up 80, but it may or may not be 80, but it say it's 80. I mean, that's a good percentage of the Super Bowl's viewership, and she has that audience every day. Somebody's headed to Florence to wrap up a project. Well, good. Her bedroom is covered in plaques. Frank, now you're hitting me where it hurts. I wasn't jealous by her number of subscribers, and I wasn't jealous by the massive revenue she brings in. What I was jealous of were the plaques. Do they give a special diamond plaque for 6 million? If diamond is 1, do you get another one for 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 million? Squirrels asks, who am I voting to win the Super Bowl? The Eagles or the Chiefs? Squirrels, are you not from the United States? I'm kind of curious. Because I would never say, who am I voting for to win the Super Bowl? Oh, you are? Okay. Well, all right. Thought it was maybe an international way to say, who am I rooting for? I don't cheer for the Chiefs, so I'd like the Eagles to win. I don't care particularly much. I don't have a huge interest, and if you're a Chiefs fan, don't hate me, or hate me. Do whatever the hell you want. If you're an Eagles fan, love me or don't love me. Do whatever you want. I don't know. She has TikTok plaques. IG. Her name is Pearson. Well, she must have a cooler show than me, because I only have 5,060 fans or subscribers. I haven't been on 3 years. I'm not on YouTube, at least. But she must have something that she does well with. I bet she has a niche. I bet she talks about, it could be I don't mean to demean her, but if you're a young, pretty woman and you do on how to do your hair or your makeup every day, I bet you, and you know how to do hair and makeup, I bet you could get a huge number of following on TikTok by doing that. Maybe she meant to say hoping. I don't know what that means. I do not know what that means. Maybe, as a straight 56-year-old bald man, I could learn how to do makeup. And that could be my niche. Straight, bald, 56-year-old white man doing makeup. Going drag for the day. I mean, I don't really see that being me. But would I do it for 6.3 million subscribers? No, I wouldn't. I couldn't keep that up. I couldn't keep that up. Am I banned from TikTok, Lauren says. Banned is such an aggressive word. I do not have the app on TikTok or the app for CapCut, which is a bigger bummer to me, because that's where I like to edit my videos. Alexandra giggled at the thought of me with makeup. Yeah, no, it's not a pretty image. Hi, Papaya. I do remember there being a viewer named Thanos. So thank you for joining me under a new name. Hello from Mali in West Africa. There's times in my show, in my social media career, where the Philippines I'm huge in. Sometimes I'll get an audience from Africa. Shunned like an Amish with an iPhone. I don't get it. I don't get it. We have a lot of random questions today and random statements, and that's okay. That's probably why we have a nice group on today. For anybody that hasn't subscribed to my page, please do. I go live every morning. We're taking a commercial break. I go live every morning at 5:45 a.m. and I also go live every evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and have a lot of fun and enjoy it. And would love if you followed along. Would love if you followed along. So please do. Gia is back on. Yes, I go live every morning, Gia. For a woman who feels as fondly about me as you do, Gia, I would think you would know that. It almost hurts my feelings. I'll get over it, though. But anyway, it is Thursday morning, 6:22. I don't know how much I have to say to you today. Hello, Megamix. I'm doing well. Yes, I said I know some Spanish. So I do. You seen my hand was shaking. All right. I don't know what Dave Vuelta means offhand, my boy. I don't know what Dave Vuelta means offhand. Do I do anything about these free Masonic groups? No, I do not. I let the Freemasons just do as they may. You know, I used to try and control the world, control people in it, control situations. I used to even try to control the Freemasons. I gave that up long ago. That's a group I didn't want to mess with anymore. It's just a group I didn't want to mess with anymore. I let the Freemasons be. Any fun plans for the day? Alexander, my funnest plan, and again, it's kind of taxing and stressful, but it's fun, and it's hard for me because, I pick up my kids on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and I love being with them, but it is more taxing than I wish it would be, just because we're going from the car to a place and from a place to the car and back and forth. And it'd be nice to have, and again, I talk about this a long time. I've been talking about it a long time. I'm looking forward to having a house and a place where I can have them spend the night and not be in a rush and not be on a schedule and not be looking to take them back to their mamas at 12:30 or not have to take them into the library and have them run free because there's, it's having two little ones, no matter where I take them, until I put them in a child's seat in a restaurant or whatever, they're hard to control. And at this age, they need to be controlled a little bit. And so it's a little more stressful than I'd like. And I wish it wasn't, because again, I'm looking forward to having a place with a couple bedrooms for them and where I can lay them down to bed and feed them cereal in the morning. Yeah, it gets old and worrying about them running off. Yeah, no, it's hard, Alexandra. It's hard. I think most parents think twice before taking one child out and go, well, do I really want to make the run to the store? Is it worth it? But when you have two, you probably wouldn't do it. You'd wait for your husband or wife to come home and watch the kids while you went out to the store. But yeah, no, my life with the kids is me out and about, and that's can be tough. So, yeah. Hello again, Gia. Hello again, RH. Oh. But that's my plans for today. That is my plans for the day. And my super fun plan is when I'm done, if I'm editing videos, Also working on my LinkedIn profile, maybe. Because again, the husband of the woman I interviewed was asking if I had a LinkedIn profile and was going to post the interview on LinkedIn. And they do well. They're a successful, nice couple. And I hate to say no, I don't have a LinkedIn profile when somebody that's impressed with something I've done is asking for it. Yeah. Missed the live after the interview. I don't know. So you're asking how the live went last night? I don't remember. I got my cup of coffee, Kevin. I'm going to have my cup of coffee with you. Cheers. Well, smooth operator, thank you for the cheers. I appreciate that. How the interview went? It went great. Oh, I see what you're saying. Watch it. It's posted. It went awesome. It couldn't have gone better. It really couldn't have gone better. The person I interviewed with was wonderful and well-spoken, and the questions were, everything went perfect. It couldn't have gone better, and it felt good because, again, I go live every day, and usually it's just me talking. And if I'm going to be interviewing somebody, I feel pressure to make it a successful interview. And the fact that it went better than I could have hoped feels really good. And that she's excited about it and her husband's excited about it feels really good. Yeah. It's posted all over Facebook, all over the Naperville groups. And it's probably going to get some good viewership. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's posted. It went really well. It was 20 minutes. I was nervous, but I was worried the sound wouldn't work, or the gimbal wouldn't work, or the phone would go dead, or any number of things that could happen. And everything went well, and we each had coffee, and the conversation was nice. And I think she came across as the bright, young, hardworking woman that she is, and great politician for our city. So we have 84 people hopping on today. You're praying for me too. When you say you're praying for me too, what do you mean? Two as in who else? And I'll touch on that. Somebody said I do such a good job because I'm down on my luck yesterday. And it kind of confused me. I've been doing this show for a while, and I talk about my struggles, but I've never said I'm down on my luck or felt that I was down on my luck. I've maybe said I'm getting my ass kicked and God is teaching me some lessons, but I honestly think I'm the luckiest person in the world. I really do. I would not trade me with anybody else. At all. And I'm not saying I'm cooler than you, but I hope we all feel that about ourselves. I hope nobody feels they're down on their luck. That's just not the way my brain works. I just don't think that way. I get my ass kicked. I fall and skin my knee. I get in relationships I shouldn't have. I have bad exchanges with people. I will do stupid things. But if there is a raffle and I have a ticket, I think I'm going to win. I really think I'm the luckiest human in the world. And I think the world is setting up perfectly for me, despite the challenges I face. I feel the challenges that come across, the divorces, anything that I've ever mentioned, the mental health, I thought were all put there purposefully to teach me stuff. The abuse of alcohol and marijuana, Yeah, the relationship struggles. I talked about it yesterday. I think my last relationship, which was amazingly painful and hard and ended in divorce, was there uh, to get me sober and to get me doing this show and to teach me things about relationships and love that I wouldn't have learned had it been an easy, non-toxic relationship. I had to learn it the hard way, and sometimes you got to learn your lessons the hard way. Uh, I'm thick-skulled. I'm stubborn. I believe I can control the Freemasons. I believe I can will things to happen almost. I almost do. I almost do. I say 1 million subscribers, and most people probably roll their eyes. I don't think it's a question of if at all. Good morning, Sandra Lynn. I just don't. I almost think I can see the future. As crazy as that sounds. Sometimes the future is a little further off than I'd like, or sometimes I think it's right around the corner. I can sniff it or taste it. But then it ends up a little further away, and I go, okay, well, I'll just keep going. I will just keep going. Said it this morning. Every morning I wake up, crap. And I go, okay, well, sorry, God. Thank you for this nice, comfortable bed. Thank you for this warm room. Thank you for the cover. Thank you for the pillow. Thank you for an awesome night's sleep. Thank you for my audience on Coffee with Ken, the gifts I have, the coffee I'm going to drink, the beautiful children I have, the love and passion that I have. And I don't know. That's kind of the way I look at things. I'm not saying my life's not tough at times. Oh, sometimes it is. But it doesn't mean I have bad luck. I've got great luck. I'm being taught lessons. I'm getting better. I'm moving forward. I'm getting better every day. I'm learning a little bit about life and sharing what I learned. Somebody said they were surprised I was nervous at the interview. Well, again, I'm not well trained. They said I was well trained in speaking. I haven't been trained in speaking. I just do it, and think I have a gift for it a little bit. But there's just a lot of things that could go wrong, and when somebody else is involved, if the internet goes out here, or my phone dies, or whatever, it's just you and me that are affected. It's not this other person that has put it on her calendar that's a professional, a woman I respect, who's cleaned her house, who's nervous as well, hoping for it. And again, I tend to think that the world is my responsibility, maybe more than I should, and would feel bad if something bad happened. So nothing did, and it went well. So I'm going to have a little more coffee. And I've talked for about 50 minutes. I've had 2 generous people send me $11.98 today. I so appreciate that. We've got a nice audience with 86 people watching, which I so appreciate. We've got 39 thumbs up, which is great, and I appreciate. If anybody out there is watching that hasn't subscribed to my page yet, I would appreciate if you would. I go live every morning at 5:45 and again at 6. Sometimes I'll hop on during the day. Sometimes I'll post a random video or two. Okay, I'll talk about this. I was wondering, now that I'm going live as often as I am, how important are the shorts and reels and TikToks I post? Because I would say the toughest part of my job as content creator is the time I spend editing videos. It's the most tedious, and it's not that I hate it, but I've talked for 50 minutes on this video. In 2 weeks I'm going to start editing it, and it's going to take like 3 hours to edit. That takes a long time. And I don't know if now that I'm going live as often as I am, if I need the shorts and reels and TikToks quite as much. And I'm wondering if I put the feeling that I need to do them down and just made my content, or maybe tried that AI. Alexandra said, is there a way I can? You mean like mentally can? I mean, I could not post shorts and reels and TikToks. I could have ChatGPT just crank out some for me. I don't think they'd be as good, but again, if I'm going live 2.5 hours a day or 2 hours a day, that's 6 to 8 hours in editing time. But I think oftentimes when you're telling long stories or doing hour-long videos like I do, you know, there might be a few moments in here where I say something that should be highlighted, if you will. And if it's just somewhere in the middle of an hour-long video, it might get lost in the shuffle. And not that it's some valuable treasure that can't be lost in a shuffle or something I can't repeat later in time. But it to me, I guess it seems like a waste of valuable content not doing it. Because the shorts, reels, and TikToks also grow my audience and also build my platform and also change lives, I hope. Yeah. Hey, Peyton, how are you? Bye-bye, Philip. Is my channel monetized? It certainly is. It certainly is. Alexander said, you think keep them for now. Well, Alexander, it's not a choice of whether to keep them or not. It's whether a choice to keep cranking them out. And you're saying, so keep cranking them out and keep working on it. And I agree. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Peyton, I don't know why you don't have an option to subscribe. It's funny, I'll get people messaging me their technical difficulties. Saying, hey, I can't comment, or hey, I can't do this. And I go, I don't know. You know, I got my own technical difficulties. Yeah, I'm not the help desk. I can't straighten out technical difficulties. I can't even solve mine. Why will more audience come to my channel now? I believe it will. They give you something to work on and may reach new people and make an impact. Yeah, they definitely do, Alexander. They definitely do. I appreciate your opinion. Can't subscribe on a live. You cannot subscribe on a live? Is that true? See, I don't even know. I've never watched a live on YouTube. I don't think. I really don't know what your potential is if your height is 5'10" and you're 17. I'm going to guess you'll be 6 feet tall. I've subscribed to your live channel. Well, gee, I appreciate that. Somebody was asking about you the other day, hoping you'd subscribed. It was that Candy Handley or something like that who was trying to hook us up. She doesn't realize you live in Malaysia and I live in Chicago. And the odds of us getting together are few and far between. No, I'm not in San Antonio. I've never been in San Antonio. Username says Coffee with Ken is the only YouTube live I've seen. It's funny because somebody out there was throwing a shadow on me and saying I'm going to stop doing the YouTube lives. I mean, maybe. But I've been doing lives in one format or other for 6 years. Most lives are done on TikTok. Yeah, I was doing my live on TikTok, but I think TikTok is dead in the water. If they can't get the apps back in the App Store, it's just going to die a slow and accelerating death. Yeah, it is. Well, thank you, Martin. I appreciate you saying I'm a very good-looking guy. No, I haven't been in San Antonio, but that is a very hot question. I hear the Alamo's a little disappointing, a little underwhelming. I hear the Riverwalk's quite nice. I hear San Antonio's a great city. Yeah. Strange. I've had this question. How many times do I think about the Roman Empire a day? 10. And only because I've been getting into the Stoics lately and listening to old wise men that were Roman. So that's why. We got some differing opinions on San Antonio. Yeah. Hello, Kaya. Hello, how are you? No, I don't, Amos. But anyway. I've been talking for just about an hour. And in an hour and 20 minutes, I'm going to head off and go pick up my little ones. And I am looking forward to my morning. And I'm looking forward to editing some videos today because Alexandra gave me the encouragement and said it's important enough to keep editing videos and posting those reels and shorts and TikToks. And I agree. But again, it's several hours a day spent editing. And sometimes you wonder if you need to. But it does help grow my audience, and it does provide some value. And I think, again, if I wade through this hour-long video, there's going to be a few moments that are special, actually, and I can clip out and help grow my content and hopefully make a difference a little bit. So anyway, it is Thursday morning. It is 6:42 a.m. 6:43 says my phone. I want to thank you so much for joining today. If anybody's out there that hasn't subscribed to my page, please do. It means a lot to me. I have a lot of fun doing this. I go live every morning at 5:45 and again at 6 o'clock every night to talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. And it feels good. And hopefully it feels good for you as well. I so appreciate you joining. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.